Unit 100 verb tense. Simple present tense. This tense is mainly used to tell about routines, repeated activities. Also, I can be used to ask for and give instruction and direction. When we use the simple present, we must know which is why the verb to be. Affirmative statements. Subject: I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Verb in present: write, were, and use, writes, files, could, tell. Complement: the piano, I share, the part, to the college, very fast, the lunch, a story. Verb in English: use the same word for every person, while use the exception of the three person singular where we must add as or es depending on the case. If the verb ends in e, we add s. Derives: dance, dance. If the verb ends in or o, we need to add es. Wash, washes. Cats, cats. Miss, miss. Miss, misses. Go, goes. In the verb end I and before it has a consonant, we replace that I by you and add s. Studies. Cry, cries. But in the verb in you and before it has a vowel, we and us. Price. Buy, buys. Remember: he, she, it, is. He likes, no, he likes. My sister plays in tennis. I live in Los Angeles, but my brother lives in Nueva York. Has, I have. She, he, it, has. Spelling: is after, is, age, pass, passes, what, watches, finish, finishes. Also, does, go, goes, studies, carries. With the sample present for dining are the general or for the depends sometimes or at the times. Exercise: complete the sentence. Use the correct form of the verb, like open, close, work, start, meet, finish, go, do, speak, cause, verb. I like animals. I have 3 dogs and 6 cats. The store open at 9 and close at 5:30 p.m. He started very hard. He opened at 7:30 a.m. and closed at 8 o'clock in the evening. The earth spins around the sun. We thus look at different things in our free times. She very much. She speaks 4 languages. It costs a lot of money starting luxury hotels. Water will boil at degrees Celsius. Your home is very interesting. You use a lot of people. Write the he, she, it, for of this verb. Read, reads. Repeat, repeats. What, watch. Listen, listen. Love, loves. Have, haves. Push, push, do, does, din, dinks, kiss, kiss, go, goes, buy, buys. Frequent adverb. We use the simple present while some of the frequent adverbs otherwise never, often, and sometimes. The position of the adverb within the sentence depends on which adverb it is. All others are placed the mid of the sentence between his and the verb. Example: Arthur always arrives on time, so always he's up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Mark never eats fish, Anthony never does the homework. We often go to the restaurant. Dan and Sonny often drive money to the church. She sometimes hurt my head. Mark sometimes the least. But the position changes when to verb to be is present in the sentence. Here it goes after the verb to be. Example: My mother is always at home. He's never on time. My cousin and I are often hungry. They are sometimes passive. Note: sometimes is the only frequent adverb that can come before the subject of the sentence. I sometimes go. Sometimes I go. I usually drive to work, but sometimes I walk. Exercise. Study this information. How often do you? Bob and Ann told you. Drink which in the morning. Never, usually, sometimes. Read the newspaper. Often, never, always. Eat over 7 o'clock. Sometimes, always, never. Note why sentence about Bob and Ann, Tom and yourself, us, always, usually, often, sometimes, never. Bob and never drink which in the morning. Tom usually drink which in the morning. I sometimes drink which in the morning. Bob and Tom and often, Bob and Ann often read the newspaper. Tom never read the newspaper. I always read the newspaper. Bob and sometimes he do before 7 o'clock. Tom always head or before 7 o'clock. I never head up before 7 o'clock. Negative statements. Negative statements. Subject, out, do, does, not. Verb in imperative. Complement. I, you, she, it, we, they. Don't, doesn't, don't. Fly, wear, and hoy, dry, fry, cook, tell. The plan, I share the party to the college, very fast to the launch the story. Here in the negative for the is, us, for verbs, affirmative sentence for the three person singular disappears. Remember, I, you, we, they, don't. He, she, it, doesn't. I drink coffee, but I don't drink tea. Sue drink tea, but she doesn't drink coffee. They don't have any children. Rice doesn't grow in cold countries. We don't know many people in this town. Which us don't to this doesn't the base for lie do speak word. I don't do like wash the car. I don't do it very often. She speaks Spanish, but she doesn't speak Portuguese. No, she doesn't. speak. It's a nice house, but it doesn't have a garage. No, it doesn't have. Exercise. Write the negative. I play the piano very well. I don't play the piano very well. Jack plays tennis very well. He doesn't play tennis very well. You know the answer? I do not know the answer. She worked very hard. She doesn't work very hard. They do the same this every day. They don't the same thing every day. And has a car. And doesn't has a car. Why the opposite, positive or negative? I understand. I don't understand. They doesn't drive. She drive. They know. They don't know. I love her. He doesn't love her. They speak English. They do not speak English. I do why it. She doesn't want them. She wants them. He lies in Taiwan. He doesn't lie in Taiwan. Complete the sentence. All or then are negative. Who doesn't, do, us, don't, doesn't, on of these verbs. Cause, drive, go, have, now, play, see, sell, smoke, was, wear. Have a cigarette? No, thank. I don't smoke. I do not smoke. They sell newspaper in the store. They do not sell newspaper in the store. She has a car, but she doesn't drive very often. I like drive, but I don't go to the theater very often. My car is usually dirty because I do not wash it very often. It's a cheap hotel. It doesn't cost much to stay there. He likes soccer, but doesn't play very often. Now much about politics. I doesn't know much about politics. She's married, but doesn't have a ring. He lies next door, but we do not see him very often. Can you lend me $10? Sorry, I can't lend any money. Simple present question. The of an affirmative sentence and the plus, do, does at the beginning. Interrogative statements. Do, does, subject, verb, imperative, complement. Do, you, play, wear, the piano, a chair. Does, he, she, eat, and you, drive, fly. The farm, do the college very fast. Do, we, they, cook, tell, the lunch, the story. The word in the question is do, does, subject, verb form. Where, how often, what, how much, what. What do you, what's your hope? What do you do? Oh, I work in a bag. Remember, do, I, we, you, they, do they libre music? Does she, he, it, they, he, she, music? Short answer. Yes, I, we, you, they, do. He, she, it does. No, I, we, you, they, don't. He, she, doesn't. Do you have the time? No, I don't. Do they speak English? Yes, they do. Does he work here? Yes, he does. Does your sister live in Bogota?